Hello again. Right, so, and then I'm going to put the last one down the bottom here. Now, kind of at this point, I'm still not really thinking about the overall kind of fanciness of the design. I'm not really too worried about that. And I'm going to have Annie in there. Annie Albers, like that. Okay, so I've kind of got roughly what I want. Now I think in the back page, this one's going to be my kind of contact details. So I've got the kind of the Tate thing that has to be in, they become a member, and I've got the image of the actual Tate modern like that. So if I think, how could I have that? Well, you tell me, what could I do? What do you think? The roundel, the become a member, where shall I put that? Up the top here? In the middle? To the right? What do you think? Top? Middle? Ooh. Thank you. See? At least someone tells me. Middle? So we're going to go for a kind of symmetrical layout for this page? Alright, well, let's go for it then. So, the roundel up there. Okay. So we're going to keep everything symmetrical on that side. That sounds good to me. So I'm going to have the image of the Tate underneath. So on this one, my balance is going to be symmetrical. Okay. And the Tate thing underneath here. So I'm just going to draw that in. Let's think. How does that look? That looks okay. So I've kind of got an asymmetrical kind of layout on this one. This one as well. So the whole leaflet, this one here, we've got contrast between this asymmetrical bit and this kind of symmetrical bit over here. Alright, so let's have a little look at the, now I want to try and bring in the flavour of the Bauhaus. So if I look, what do you notice about the visual information that you're given there for the Bauhaus? What are the recurring themes of the design stuff there? Opry? Okay, so rectangles and colours. Now, my layout kind of leads itself quite nicely to rectangles, doesn't it? So what have I started thinking about? Well, what have I used those kind of bold black lines to divide things up? Like that. And maybe if I had my column, my gutters, divided by those black lines. What about if I had that? Now, you got to remember, happy little accidents happen. Now, that line there is running behind that picture. So what effect will that have on that? So this black line here is running behind this image here. So what effect does that have on that image? Sorry? Okay, yeah, so black line behind image creates depth. Yeah. How am I going to terminate that black line? Is it just going to stop there? Or let's have a little look. Do I see any lines that are terminated by anything? What do I notice about some of the lines that stop in that visual research? What was at the end of them? If I look at the third one down, for instance, the black, white and red one, how are the lines finished? That one. How's that one finished? Look at the lines. What happens at the end of the line? What have I got at the end of the line? What shape have I got at the end of the line? Circle! Thank you. So what if I had a circle in here? Could I have a circle? What if I move my roundel down to here? Would that be better? That might work well. Or I'm going to put another circle in there. Let's just put a circle in there. And I'm going to have that sitting behind that kind of tape thing, like that. So what effect is that having on my document? What's the job of a line? What's a line's role in life? Like, I'm a teacher, I teach. What does a line do? What's a line's job in graphic design? Okay, so it can separate. So in this case, it's separating. What's his other job? What's his other role in life, the line? It leads, doesn't it? So what's this doing, this line here, that's going from 100 years of Bauhaus across to here? Okay, so this line leads from title to the tape. Right? Now I could link that 100 years of Bauhaus, couldn't I, with maybe another black box around it. So that's leading across from there into there. Yeah. Let's look back at my design. What other shapes do we notice? If I look across here, what other shapes have I got? What shape would you call that? What shape's that? It's an arch, isn't it? So, what if I started playing around with the arch shape? Where could I put the arch shape? Could I fit it in here? Probably not. But what if I had it in there? What if I had it in there? That might work. Yeah, I don't know. What else am I asked to do? What else am I asked to do? Come on, children, this is going to be a really dull video. Die! Is that just a statement of what you want me to do? Die! We'll have a die cut. So I'm going to cut out. I could cut out that bit, couldn't I? That bit could be cut out. Like that. We're filming. Yes. Go around that way, yeah. So I could die cut that bit out, couldn't I? I could perhaps remove that section as well. That might be quite nice. That'd be quite interesting. Right. So what about colour then? What colours have we got to use? So a red, a blue. Now, unfortunately, I have none of those colours. Oh no, I do. I've got purple. A red, a green, and a blue. So, let's think. What do I want to do with these pictures? Do I want to push them forward, or I want to push them back and make it feel more open? Because it's quite cluttered, isn't it? So, what colour would I use? Would I want to use like a warm red, a cool blue, or my, don't know where I got the green from. This might be a yellow, mustardy colour, which I don't have. So I'll go for this kind of yellow. So what do you think? This bit. Yellow? Red? Go with red. Alright, so I'm going to go with red. And I've got a broken red pencil. It's all good. It's that kind of day. More of a pink, but we'll go with it. Right. So another red box, or should we go for green or blue? No green. Don't do green. Don't know where I'm getting the green from. Right, so I've got a blue and a red. What are blue and red? How would you describe them? Let's look at the colour wheel. Okay, so cold and warm. So what do? They contrast, don't they? So blue, red, contrast. That's really National 5, isn't it? It's really kind of S2. What have I had the blue repeated up here? So by repeating things within it, what am I creating? Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So unity in the repeated blue. Right, now what do we want in the back there? What colour? Should we go for something completely different in this section because it's kind of a different area? What do you think? Should we bring the I'm obsessed with it being green. I'll keep that away. Now let's bring the yellow in this time. All yellow? What do you think? Yeah, alright. Now if it's all yellow, colour moods, what's that tell me about the Tate? What kind of place is it? Bright, happy, sunny, friendly. Yeah, that's the Tate for me. Yes, sir. Of course not. What about if I did the Tate in red like that? What could we say about the colour use there? It does what? Okay. So they harmonise, don't they? Yep. So let's think about that picture. Do we want to just have the picture floating, or do we want to frame it, or what do we want to do? I think I might frame it. I might frame it so it stands out in a red. That's quite nice. Do I need any text on there at the back? Yeah, I perhaps need some text. I could put it down the side here, couldn't I? I could have it. Or what if I put some text down here? So if I look at that, what can I say about the text that runs down the two sides there? Which side is that justified on? What do I mean by justified? Sorry? If I have a body of text, if I look at that, that's yeah. So this is all left justified, isn't it? Yeah. It's sharp down that and it's ragged down the other side. So it's justified to the right. Yeah. To the left. My left. Yeah. If I do it the other way, I could have it sharp down there. Yeah. And I could have it ragged down that side. Or I could stretch it out and I could have it running right across, fully justified. So what happens when I fully justify things? Why do I, people love a bit of fully justified text because it looks really, really neat, really, really ordered. As a designer, it looks much better than a ragged site, but the reality isn't so good. Why? What happens when I fully justify text? The spacings go funny, don't they? And I end up with spaces between words that shouldn't be there. Do you cover what they were called last year? No. So those spacings are called rivers. So when I fully justify text, stretch it out, it creates rivers of white space that run through the actual text. Yeah. So which is quite, you think, oh, what does that mean? But when you do it, in fact, go on and do it just now. Take that body text, yeah, pop it into something, left justify it, right justify it, and then fully justify it, and you'll see the rivers get created. And I'll stop that there.